Welcome back to Reading with Miss Michelle. Today we're going to read Wayside School is Falling Down by Louis Sachar, Chapter 8. If you have a copy, go get it so you can read along with me. Don't forget to help us out by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with all of your friends. Chapter 8. The Best Part. Todd brought a toy to school. It was a cute, adorable puppy dog. Everyone who saw it said, "Aw." "Aw," said Jenny. "He has such a sweet face." "Aw," said Stephen. "Look at her darling eyes." "Aw," said Dee Dee. "Isn't he the cutest puppy you've ever seen?" "Aw," said Calvin. "Isn't she adorable?" Joy sat at the desk behind Todd. Big deal, she thought. It's just a hunk of plastic that happens to look like a dog. But even though Joy didn't like Todd's toy, she decided to steal it. "Wait," said Todd. "Let me show you the best part." Before he could show them the best part, Mrs. Jules rang her cowbell. "Take your seats," she commanded. "The bell has rung." All the children returned to their desks. "Todd, go write your name on the blackboard." Todd was the only one who had been in his seat, yet he was the only one who got in trouble. That was typical. Mrs. Jules had a system. The first time someone got in trouble, he had to write his name on the blackboard under the word discipline. The second time he got in trouble, he had to put a check next to his name. And if he got in trouble a third time, he had to circle his name and then go home early at 12 o'clock on the kindergarten bus. Todd went home on the kindergarten bus every day. Some of the other kids thought he was lucky, but he wished just once he could make it to 12 o'clock without getting into trouble 3 times. He walked to the front of the room and wrote his name on the blackboard under the word discipline. While Todd was at the board, Joy reached over her desk and into Todd's. She felt around for the toy, but as she tried to lift it out, it caught on something and dropped on the floor. Todd returned to his seat. "Todd, is that your toy on the floor?" asked Mrs. Jules. "Hey, how'd that get there?" asked Todd. "You know the rules, Todd," said Mrs. Jules. "Toys must be kept inside your desk or else I take them. Now bring it here." Todd gave his toy to Mrs. Jules. "Aw, how precious," cooed Mrs. Jules. "He's the most lovable puppy I've ever seen." She kissed Todd's plastic puppy on its plastic nose. "I guess I can let you off this time," she said, "but try to keep him in your desk." She kissed Todd's toy again and then handed it back to him. "You can erase your name from the blackboard, too." Todd could hardly believe it. For the first time ever, he erased his name from the blackboard. As he headed back to his seat, Mrs. Jules said, "Here, take a Tootsie Roll Pop, too, for the sweet puppy." Todd was amazed. So was Joy. Now more than ever, she wanted that toy. Out at recess, everyone wanted to see Todd's toy. "It's magic," said Bibi. "It keeps you from getting into trouble." "No, Mrs. Jules is just a nice teacher," said Todd. "Here, let me show you the best part." He grabbed hold of the dog's tail and turned it like a crank. Suddenly, the cute floppy ears stood straight up. The mouth opened wide, and the teeth grew into sharp fangs. "Wow," breathed Dee Dee. Todd wasn't finished. He pulled the dog's nose and stretched out its face. The cheeks became thin and bony. The eyes were no longer sweet, but grim and frightening. "What a great toy," said Calvin. The cute little puppy had turned into a mean, hungry, man-eating wolf. "I still haven't shown you the best part," said Todd. But before he could show them the best part, the bell rang, and everyone ran up the stairs to class. "I've got to get that puppy dog," thought Joy, as she stared at the back of Todd's neck. "Then I'll never get in trouble again." She didn't know Todd's toy had changed into a man-eating wolf. Her lunchbox was on her lap. She quietly opened it and took out a carton of cranberry juice and a tiny straw. She stuck the straw into the carton and sucked up some juice into it. She waited for Mrs. Jules to turn around, then blew the juice out of the straw. It splattered against Todd's neck. He slapped the back of his neck with his hand. Joy laughed to herself. She sucked up some more juice, took careful aim, and fired. Todd turned around, but Joy already had the straw out of her mouth and was looking down at her book. Todd rubbed his neck and faced front. Joy sucked up more juice and blew it onto Todd's neck. "Hey!" he shouted, turning around. "Leave me alone, Todd. I'm trying to work," said Joy. "Todd, what's the matter with you?" asked Mrs. Jules. "I tried to be nice, but you just take advantage. Now go write your name on the blackboard." Todd walked to the front of the room. He still thought Mrs. Jules was the nicest teacher in the world. He looked up at the clock. It was almost 11. "I might just make it today," he thought. "I just might make it." He started to write his name when he heard a loud scream. He turned around and saw Joy jumping up and down and waving her hand in the air. His toy was biting her pinky, and she couldn't shake it off. "Help!" screamed Joy as she hopped around the room. "Todd, how do I get it off? Todd, please!" Todd smiled. "There," he said. "That's the best part." The end. Thanks for joining me for Chapter 8. Please check back for Chapter 9. Don't forget to help us out by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with all of your friends. I hope you join me next time. Bye.